this is Adeline.
Hi, this is Marco.
Welcome back to our channel. So since the debut of our videos, we have received questions about our team, Project Umbrella. So today I'm so happy to have Marco, founder of Project Umbrella as well as sales director of a French insurance giant, to share a little bit more about Project Umbrella. So thank you for taking the time for this interview, Marco.
My pleasure.
So I know that you have accumulated a lot of success in the Hong Kong insurance industries as well as the one in mainland. So what motivates you to start Project Umbrella Expat?
Okay, so to answer your question, I need to take you back a while to 2020. So in 2020, two things happened. First, me and my friends, my team, we started to build this expat team right after COVID, right after the closure of the border. Started that expat team in the first half of 2020. Then in the second half of 2020, we started the channel Project Umbrella. And why? Why did we start the project? And why? Why did we start Project Umbrella? Because, so why did we start Project Umbrella, the YouTube channel? Because we believe in radical transparency. We believe in the consumers. They will make the best choice. If given the consumers, they will make their best choice. They will make the best decisions. If given the full and most transparent information. That's why we started the channel Project Umbrella, mostly in Cantonese, targeting the local market. But not sure if you've noticed that the information about insurance in Hong Kong is not really that transparent. Every company got their own policies, and those information and also those policies are passing through the agents. Agents are acting like bridge from the company to the consumer, the clients. Sometimes it's a good bridge, so the information can pass through like fluidly, but sometimes that might be a bit of a conjunction, and part of the critical information are not getting to the clients. And obviously, as an individual agent or also as a team, we can help with some of that. But we were thinking, how can we do more to improve the situation? And the answer to that question was starting a YouTube channel. That's why we started Project Umbrella. It basically is like a huge bridge, allowing a free flow of information from the company, from the insurance industry to the end, which is the clients, the consumers, the one who needs the insurance. So that's why we started the channel, Project Umbrella. And I'll be back in the first half of 2020, when we started the expat team. We got team members from different nationalities who are living in Hong Kong: Filipinos, Indians, Pakistanis, Canadian, Australians, British. So basically people from all around the world.
United Nations.
Yeah, kind of in United Nations. Yeah, anyway, that was a interesting experience, and that still is. But one thing we noticed is expats, no matter what their nationalities or background, quite a lot of the time they have very different perspective of insurance, comparing with a Chinese local, say. What they value most sometimes will be, say, term life, medical insurance. However, for a local Chinese, what they value most, a lot of time, will be policies with cash value, say critical illness, saving insurance or life insurance with cash value. So I will start to think, okay, maybe that's because of we got different cultures, we got different education, different upbringings. But maybe sometimes not just about that. Sometimes it's about also the information bit, the congestion part in the bridge. Because for these expats, they don't have the same exposure as a local. Because for these expats, the exposure to insurance is not as such as a local Chinese. There are more than 110,000 insurance agents in Hong Kong. However, most of them are Chinese speaking. Most of them are facing the local Chinese market or the market from mainland China. There are only maybe like a really tiny percent of those agents are focusing on expats. But in the past, most of the information are passing through from the insurance company to the clients, to the consumers through agents in Hong Kong. That's the business model here. But for the expats, they don't have this channel of information. They don't have these agents acting as the bridge to get the information from insurance company. So they don't really have the exposure of the insurance industry of Hong Kong. And to me, they're missing quite a big chunk of Hong Kong, because Hong Kong is like we always say, it's a international financial center. And a key part of that financial center is coming from the insurance industry. It's one of the most significant pillar of the whole structure of the financial center. But these expats, they're living in Hong Kong. They're missing out the insurance of Hong Kong. Hong Kong have one of the most advanced, most developed insurance market in the whole world. They're missing so many of these good policies. That's why we started. Yeah, we are coming back to your questions. Why we started Portrait Umbrella Expats? Because Portrait Umbrella is a bridge to pass the information from the insurance company to the consumers. And who needs this information the most? Actually, to me, expats. So we are building a separate channel, Portrait Umbrella Expats, to serve as a channel, as a bridge, to bridge the information gap between the insurance industry and the expats in Hong Kong. We are doing our part to help the expats and also to help ourselves.
So you mentioned about you have a expat sales team long before 2025, and I know that you also have a big sales team in Hong Kong as well as in mainland China. So is it like over 200?
Yes, combined the two sides, over 200.
So do you have any like strategies or tips or maybe even philosophy to share with us on how to manage such a big and high performance sales team?
Okay. Firstly, you need to sacrifice a lot of your time.
For sure.
Yes. Yeah. People always say that insurance agents, it's a job with work-life balance. But when you're leader of a team, you can't feel that. It's no work-life balance, it's mostly work. Yeah, you need to spend a lot of time, because every single one of the team, they join the team because they believe in our value, believe in our core value. And kind of think like I can't let them down. So I have to make sure. I can't say that every single one of them will be success. I can't say every single one of them will be succeed in this industry. That will be a lie. But I will try my best to make sure every single one of them have tried their best to succeed in this industry, to survive in this industry, because their client got a policy from them because they trust them. And if they can't survive in this industry, it's basically a betrayal of that trust. And if I can't help them, if I didn't try my best to help them to survive in this industry, it's basically me betraying their trust. So so to answer your question, firstly, I think I spent a lot of time on team management. Secondly, and also very importantly, I built a team not just because of this is a job, this is a like money earning opportunity, because Hong Kong like is a big financial center. Not just because of that, it's because our team members, they join our team because they believe in the core value of us. And our core value, that's a question for you. What do you think? What's our core value? What do you think about that?
Well, as a new member of the team, I believe that from my experience with PU so far, I believe that authenticity, trust, knowledge and insurance, and also high quality service are some of the core values for Project Umbrella team?
Yes, exactly. And to me, one key factor, one key core value, okay, so core, it's the long-termism. I'm not sure, have you heard about long-termism before? So basically, it's people who believe in long-term. Long-term planning, everything has to be long-term. And why is it important? Because the whole insurance industry is about long-term. People are not buying a medical insurance because they believe people are not buying a medical insurance paying that many premium for so many years because they believe they will be sick tomorrow. They believe they may need it in the future. People are not getting a life insurance because they believe they are going to die tomorrow. They believe they are going to die someday, one day. And when that day comes, there will be a sum insured paying to his or her beneficiaries. People will benefit from his death, basically. So that's all about long-term planning and also like financial planning, saving insurance. Those things need time, need patience. People need to wait in order to really get the benefit of insurance. So it's all about long-term, all about long-termism. If people who are not a believer of long-termism, they are not going to get insurance. And if they are not going to get insurance, how are they getting others to get insurance from them? It's not going to work. So people who join our team, they need to believe in long-termism themselves. And it's not just about getting insurance, it's also about selling insurance. By selling insurance, basically, you're not just selling the product. You're selling the whole concept of financial planning to the client. You're helping the client to do their financial planning. And let things take time. The whole planning thing takes time. The outcome of the planning takes time. And most importantly, in order to help a client to build this financial planning, they need to get the trust of the clients. And building trust takes a lot of time. So that definitely is something long-term. And so people who join our team, all of our team members, they need to be a believer of long-term. They need to think that they're going to stay they need to believe they're going to stay in this industry for a long time because they need time to build trust. And trust is the only way to get to the client. Trust is the only way allowing us to do the financial planning for the clients. Because they are giving us vital information, a lot of their personal information about their finance, about their future, in order for us to do a proper financial planning. And that requires trust. And trust, by definition, comes from long-termism. So I would say long-termism is one of the key core value, yes, of our team.
You mentioned about long-termism. So do you have any suggestion for expats in Hong Kong who say, for example, they just arrived in Hong Kong and not quite sure whether how long they stay in Hong Kong? Perhaps some of them, they will stay here for a good job opportunity, or even some of them will build up a family here, or even stay here until their retirement. So do you have any suggestion for expats out there for thinking of a long-term stay in Hong Kong?
Okay, there are actually quite a few groups that you mentioned. People who just come to Hong Kong with a job opportunity, who may leave after the job offer ends or the contract ends. And also there will be people who's going to stay in Hong Kong till retirement, and some may even stay in Hong Kong after retirement. They're going to spend their retirement age in Hong Kong. So there are different groups. But I guess for everyone who's arriving in Hong Kong as an expat, the first two things they need to consider is a medical insurance and also a critical illness insurance. But firstly, medical insurance, because the medical cost in Hong Kong is so high, so expensive. I believe most of them, they've got a pretty good employee benefits. But please do check that, see if that's enough. Because what you don't want to happen is that you have something you believe is enough, but when shit hit the fan, it turns out it's not enough. And then it's too late, everything is too late. So please do check your medical insurance from your employer. See what's the coverage. Basically, I will suggest you need to have a coverage for at least 1 million US dollar in terms of medical coverage to be like enough. So basically, I would say, most employee benefits, they have a upper limit of about 1 million Hong Kong dollar. It sounds a lot, but in reality, it's most of the time it's enough. Like 95% of the time, it's more than enough. But you have to think about that 5% of time. That's what insurance is for. It's for risk management. If you do have, like, say, a cancer in Hong Kong, you might well spend more than 1 million, 2 million, or even a few million, 10 million Hong Kong dollars. It's like, for example, one of my clients, she claimed it more than 10 million Hong Kong dollar last year for cancer treatment. So it's not uncommon in Hong Kong to go bankrupt because of medical cost. Obviously, the percentage is not as high as in the States, but the cost can be extraordinarily high. So be prepared. And also, medical insurance is not that expensive. Every single one who got a job offer in Hong Kong as an expat, they can definitely afford a medical insurance in Hong Kong. So that's the first thing, medical insurance. Second thing, critical illness insurance. I know that it's not really common for expats to get that, especially back in their home country, because not a lot of countries they got the critical illness insurance like we got in Hong Kong. They're quite different. For example, I used to study in Australia. The critical illness insurance in Australia is no match to the one in Hong Kong. It's just completely different things. So even if they're going to leave Hong Kong in a few years, I will still suggest them to look into the critical illness insurance. They might be the best souvenir they get from Hong Kong. And it's not just like it's not just like fridge magnets, those kind of souvenir that you're not going to use, not going to see in the whole of your life. No, critical illness insurance is really something you should not miss in Hong Kong, because you can only get that while you're in Hong Kong. So even you don't think you're going to get it, I suggest you look into it. And apart from those, if they're going to start a family in Hong Kong, then they should definitely look into like life insurance, accident insurance, and maybe also saving insurance. I would say saving insurance is at the end of the list. It's pretty interesting. I'm not going to talk too much about that. A lot of Hong Kongers, they use saving insurance as a way for but quite a lot of Hong Kongers, they use saving insurance as a retirement fund, because in Hong Kong there's no such thing, not really such thing as a retirement fund saved by the government. Maybe MPF, but it's not enough for most people. So they use saving insurance as a personal form of retirement fund. And if you're thinking to retire in Hong Kong, definitely look into that. It also got a lot of tax benefits, especially if you got tax residency in some other part of the world.
I'm glad that you mentioned about saving insurance, because I do have foreign expat friends who question about my suggestion on saving insurance, because they think it's not necessary, particularly when they know how to invest in, say, stock markets or bonds. So perhaps it's something that we can dig a little bit deeper in a later interview.
Yeah, sure.
So we have covered quite a lot today, Marco. And I believe that our audience right now have a better idea of what Project Umbrella is about. So if you want to learn more about our team, remember to subscribe to our channel. And that's all for today. Until next time, bye!
Ciao!